Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripe Color, and this is the weekly reading for the collective, which is for February 6th through the 13th. I generally do the readings Sunday through Sunday. All of the members' videos, which is the weekly readings by sign without commercials. Ooh, just recorded them. I did a lot more recording than I thought I would today. They're not as involved as they usually are, I must say, because I'm a little bit unsettled. Okay, let me do the reading and then I'll let you know what's going on with me. Let's see what's going on for everyone for the 6th through the 13th. Da-da-da-da. That was my my musical interlude. Oh boy, 2, 3. Wow. Well, very interesting. We begin with the devil. Hello. Is the lighting shitty? I thought so. Okay. Well, the devil's in the dark. That's good. So we have the devil, and then we have the ace of cups and the two of cups. Now, the ace of cups and the two of cups are both really great cards. The devil's really about an illusion. It's really about a false path, about something false appearing real, right? It's about being tied to some, it's almost like realizing you've been cheating on me the whole time, or it could be realization of a toxic relationship or toxicity inside oneself. But I feel like these chains are going to be broken because sometimes you have a relationship with somebody and you thought they were one thing, and that you're really beginning to discover and understand that there's something else, right? There's something else at play here. And you know what I think this is about? I think this is about acceptance of things as they are. So it's like, well, I really thought that this person was really strong and would have supported me in this. I'm giving you, for instance. And now I'm realizing like that they're doing the best that they can, and that they're actually offering me all that they have to offer. And maybe my expectation was too high, or too wrapped up in an illusion. Or you have a really good friendship with somebody and you had this illusion it was something other than a friendship. You thought like they said a certain thing and they were coming on to you romantically, but actually they really weren't. It was really your own desire, your own lust, your own illusion. And I think you're going to like see that or become aware. And sometimes you're in a thing with somebody and it's like you wanted it to be everything, and you realize it's not going to be. But it doesn't mean that you're going to, well, just because you don't love me in the way I want you to love me, I'm going to walk away from it, because there's something there. There's something really loving and kind there. So why, just because you don't meet my expectations or I don't meet yours, doesn't mean we have to throw the whole thing away. That's a very interesting way to open reading, to say the least. Yeah. So if it's that romantic thing that I was talking about, we need to look into different avenue. Maybe this notion of, oh, this person's going to be my lover, my caretaker, my business partner, you know, uh, my mommy, my daddy, my child. Like, maybe I could rein it in. And it's like, well, if that's what I'm looking for, maybe I can fill it with like 3 or 4 people instead of putting it all on one, right? And it might not necessarily be like a romantic relationship, but it could be, like sometimes we have a relationship with our job that's like, well, it's my job and it's my identity, and it's what my social life, and it's kind of everything. And it's like, maybe I need to like expand myself. Maybe I can meet somebody at the bowling club or the crosswords lovers club, or um, you know maybe my gym buddies can be something other than where I work. That's what it feels like. Feels like it's time to diversify, right? Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, yeah, it's time to go out and look for something new. And so, I've done the 12 already for for the individual signs. And this card's been coming up a lot. This card has been coming up a lot. And this card is really about the spiritual quest, right? And what it's really about is, it's about a lot of things. He's not only leaving, he's also going, he's not just leaving something behind, he's also going toward, he's doing both. So there was something that was once really satisfying, right? And full, and none of the cups are spilled. But there's something more. I want something more. So, one time I did one of these spiritual books, and they have you make like almost a pentagram, and there are different areas of your life, and then you see it and it's like, well, have a great sex life and have a lot of money, but I don't have any friends. Or I have a lot of friends and I have a wonderful place to live, but I don't have any creative endeavors that, and a creative endeavor doesn't mean you have to sit around and paint. It means, just thumbing through a magazine or, doing whatever, creative is different for different people. Could be building a business plan, So I feel like this is an opportunity to become more well-rounded and not tied to one entity. It's almost like I want you to become a pantheist in a way, right? I don't know how else to say it. Yeah. And persevere. Yeah, community. Community. Lots of new ideas, lots of new information. It's time to expand. That's what it is. It's time to expand. It's time to expand your outlook financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, it's time to like, I don't know, become more open, to have more experiences. If you've never traveled, this isn't the time to travel, but it's like, I'm going to travel. I'm going to look at things I've never looked at. I'm going to try new food. I'm going to talk to different people, like that. Yeah. New. And I'm going to cut out what doesn't work anymore. I'm going to cut out what doesn't work anymore. 2 aces. I'm going to cut out what doesn't work anymore. That's what he does. He's the surgeon. He's the judge, and he's a judge. He's a lawyer. He's a surgeon. He's a lot of things, but the butcher. He's the butcher, actually. Very well dressed. I'm going to see what works in my life and see what doesn't work in my life. And then I'm also going to decide what else I need and what else I want and what else I'm looking to attract. and I'm going to go after what it is that I want, right? Because I've never really allowed myself that opportunity to go after what I want. And now is the time. Now is the time. Now that I've cut out all the things that don't work, that don't serve me, that don't, like, I don't love, I'm going to go out and get what I want. It's a little bit in a way, you know, I always mean my metaphors. So, you know, I had to go through everything. I got everything out of the apartment, which is incredible because it took the entire week. Um, and, you know, it's like, well, you know, I've got some stuff that I need and want. And, you know, as I go through the boxes, there's going to be certain other things that are going to be thrown away, even though I took initially. And there are certain other things that I threw away that were damaged that I really need to replace. Like, I just really need to replace. So I'm going to go out and get them, right? I'm going to go out and get them. That's what I think is going on. Like, go out and get them, right? Be persistent, you know, attract people. This is also really important, to attract people that come from the same place as you. This is a really beautiful card. So it could be a love related. Traditionally, it's like kind of a love relationship, but it's also a friendship. It's also like a companionship, compatriot, companion, that kind of energy as well. And the thing is like they both show up with equal cups. They both show up, right, with, you know, something of equal value to offer. And then, you know, they exchange and then they toast. That weird way. You know, those chairs, you know, the love chair. One sits on one side and one sits on the other with the S in the middle. A little bit like that. And then there's a healing between them. So I think that this is what you're going to go and get away from this. So, you know, there could be a toxic relationship or an element of the relationship that's sort of toxic. It's like, well, we do everything together. It's like, okay, maybe I really like to work with wood and you're bored to death. So maybe I need to find other people who like to work with wood, and then we can talk about the difference between oak and walnut and cherry and ash and elder. And you love to cook and I couldn't be bothered. And then you find a friend who says, oh my God, you know, if you cut it up like this, it tastes even better or whatever. But I feel like there's this element of sort of like a codependency in a way, or relying on one person to such an extent that it's almost like either they're relying on you or you're relying on them. And it's like, well, you know, your heart can't beat with the beat of somebody else's heartbeat. I don't know how to say it. That's a weird way to say it, but you understand what I'm saying? It's like there's a certain sense of individualizing. It's, okay, is that a word? Yeah, it's a new journey. It's about being expansive. It's about being expansive. That's what it's about, right? All these little things that are interesting to you or exciting to you, you know. Look, you don't know until you don't try. So I went to some years ago. I went to some meetups. You know, I did this gay gaming thing. Oh my God, they were so freaking weird. But like I tried, you know, because to me it's all about having fun and playing a game. And it's like, oh, and making jokes. And they were all so serious, you know. And you know, like they were so socially inept. Like none of them could say hello or goodbye. They just show up and leave. It's like, what's your name? Would you like some coffee? Uh, I like what you're wearing. Like none of that. It was like, the fuck. Whoops. Like, okay, weirdo. I tried. But it's good to expand and to, you know, invite more people in, invite more energy in, invite more love in, invite more opportunities. It could come in a flash. That's where the abundance is. The abundance, you know, an interesting garden has as many freaking flowers as you can possibly imagine. Like, what is that? It doesn't just have all sunflowers or all tulips or all dahlias or whatever it is. It's like a really interesting garden, a really interesting life is there are dahlias and there is a butterfly bush and there's bee balm and there's roses and there's irises and there's this kind of tree and that kind of tree and a pear tree. Like, I feel like that. I feel like if it's, because that's what I'm getting with the devil. What I'm getting from the devil is this putting all of your hopes and dreams and et cetera, sort of in one thing. And that's toxic. It's just toxic. That's how I'm feeling about it today. So I think it's really important to expand. And look, that the good thing about, you know, there's so much going on online now, right? You can find anything. You can find anything. You know, I don't want to give examples because I don't want to insult anybody. I can be quite good at it. Go out and find it. Go out and find it. Expand your horizons. Expand your horizons. I think that's what I'm going to name it. All right. The weeklies are up for members. I would really appreciate if you became a member. It's $2.99 a month. You could watch the weeklies by sign. I got keys to the art studio / YouTube studio. I have to set it up. It's going to take a bit. So hopefully by next week, I'll be recording from a different space. I will be back with Nancy Jean daily as soon as I set that up. And that is that. That is that. And I just thank you all for your support and your love and the messages. And if I haven't gotten back to you, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. It's really a lot. This week was a really, really frustrating, productive, overwhelming week. Just getting everything out of the apartment. Took the whole week. And now that I have everything out of the apartment, I have to see what I have and what I don't have, kind of thing. Because I was going to do it in the dark, basically. Anyway, thank you. See you soon. Blessings. I offer readings. I offer IET, which is a healing modality. I have astrology t-shirts for sale. I still have some scarves. I still have some pocket squares. I'm going to refill the one-of-a-kind t-shirts, the bandanas. I think the totes are actually saved. I have to check them. I'm probably going to do a tote video. And that's that. Blessings. Thank you.